Hi Bibies and welcome to my channel. My name is Carmi. MUA and I'm back again with another delicious video. And hi, I'm really happy to be here. I've been really naughty lately. I did not film for about 5 to 6 days. It's really weird for me because I normally tend to do like back-to-back videos, and I tend to like edit them and just get them ready and kind of like put them onto the YouTube land with kind of like a schedule. However, has been a pretty busy time for me. I have crazy schedule for the next 2 months, and when I mean crazy schedules, I mean I have like videos to do, also have some little bit of travel, and I kind of sneaked in 2 holidays though. Hi, it's Carmi, living my best life, as well as trying to run for responsibility. Sounds like a plan. So, as you guys probably seen from today's video, let's just jump right in because probably it's gonna be a long one. We are gonna test out a lot of new makeup, specifically new Revolution makeup. You guys know the drill with me and with my channel. We do thrive through honesty. We do not get paid or sponsored by anybody. And yes, this product has been sent to me. However, you know, when I have something to say, I always kind of kept it real with you, as well with myself. I always find that there is no point to lying to people for what? I really don't have any ideas. So make sure you go and get your beverage because it's gonna be a nice one. Also, let me tie up my hair. I did wake up partially early today to kind of straighten them. They already curled on the sides, like at the end. I don't know what's happening in my life right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna like a clip clap on the side, so they're kind of not gonna interrupt my beauty routine. I hope this is somehow acceptable for you guys. Please tell me it is. So as I was mentioning, I have a lot of new products. Some of them I've actually launched about a month ago, when others are pretty new to the fams. So I'm just gonna go in, and we're gonna start with a product that you have seen me playing before, however was in another color, and is this one over here. Now this is the pigment pomade from Revolution Pro in nude base. You have seen me use the very bright was like a purple, was like a burgundy red they called it. However, I think it was very kind of like fuchsia. I really like this product over here. I'm gonna use this brush from Blank Canvas, the E13, to just like take a little bit. And as you guys see today on my eyes, I've not put on anything. There is no foundation, no concealer, no any priming. This is gonna be like my base. And also very quickly, I did actually try out some exquisite product that I cannot wait to share with you pretty soon. So be sure there's gonna be like a very cute upcoming video. Yeah, can't say much, but you know, things are gonna get very cute up in here. I do have to say, with my very dark eyebrows, this kind of looks like a look. What I'm doing, I'm literally taking my ring finger to kind of like pat it in all the edges so that we don't have this like white edge really strong to it. It's definitely very brightening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make something happen. Got my brush ready, and I'm gonna go use this palette over here. There is a Revolution Pro Regeneration Astrological palette. Now I got so many questions about this palette. Like you guys really wanted me to film a tutorial, and is about to happen today. There are a lot of beautiful shades. Like this for me is one of those palettes that they look so beautiful to just having your vanity to take like cute little pictures. Every kind of like shimmer shade is marble, and I think it's beautiful. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 shades that they are matte, and they're all like into the brown side. However, I do like all of them because I found that there is like something that is a little bit more gray, a bit more warmer, again a little bit more gray but darker, and again warmer but darker. So I feel like it's a good selection between cool tone and warm tone when it comes to like transition shade. As well, I do feel like with the darker one you can make a pretty smoky look. So I'm pretty sure I don't know what I'm doing so far. kind of like a running team. So what I'm gonna do, I actually want to try a new technique on blending, and I'm gonna start with the E21 by Blank Canvas and the shade over here, the darker one. It's called Dark Meta. I'm gonna pick it up a little bit. There is a very minimal fallout for a dark matte shade, so I do appreciate. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my socket, and first of all I'm gonna pat it in and kind of like press on the product. Now maybe it's not the best idea to go in with a new technique and a new primer and a new eyeshadow palette all together, but we're gonna, wow, that looks like a panda. We are gonna live daringly. So what I'll do, I first gonna deposit the color, and then very lightly I am gonna blend it to just go slightly rounder and rounder, and it's blending nice. There is a little bit of creasing on the primer part, so let me see if I can fix that real quick. You know something, Bibies? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I had this weird idea to start with the shade over here as a base. However, I don't know if it's really transforming what I want. So I'm now taking a clean brush. Now this one over here is E20, and just kind of like blending all my edges. I will say the creasing is pretty much gone, and it does look very nice. However, I feel like I'm starting like an Halloween tutorial, even if this year, as every single year, I didn't do any, because you guys know Halloween is not my time of the year. It's not my favorite time. I like my after Halloween, when it's actually going to Christmas. I cannot wait for Christmas. I cannot wait for like snow outside and just like cold and wearing jumpers. It's jumpers time and I love it a lot. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to kind of like be oblivious that I might have messed up this already. Oh. With the same brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade called Constellation. So we're going slightly lighter and a little bit warm tone. And what I'll do, again, I'm gonna press it. And this time, I'm pretty much pressing it between the darker shade and my brow bone. And just like pat, and then again, softening up and blending my, my life away, because, yeah. Today's gonna be one of those very subtle everyday look that you want to take to school, or you just want to go and work at the bank, or I don't know, maybe like you're a mystical creature that you're just very pissed today. So yeah, it's one of those looks. I think it's time to do some real saving up in here. Like, definitely the second shade has helped to soften it up. However, I'm still not really sure what I'm doing. This is one of the very good content that you guys have probably signed for. Thank you very much for sticking around. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C7. And I'm going to go in with this little brush over here. There is the MF48, again, by Blank Canvas. And what I'm going to do, I am going to do like a half cut crease. Now, very quickly, because I know sometimes I get questioned about it. Yes, I do use a lot of Blank Canvas brushes, and the reason why is because I actually really like them, and I recommend them very dearly, because I think they work very beautifully. However, I'm not getting paid a sponsor, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of like clear up some hair, because I know it's very hard on social media, like finding like people that they will say things that actually mean, and I'm not here to start up any drama, but I just wanted you guys to know that if I will ever get paid to sponsor something, you will be knowing beforehand. I will never be like shady or anything. The other things that are shady is probably this eye makeup today that is giving me dirt. It's giving me very naughty dirt. Alright, babes, so we have half of the cut crease down. Now, you guys know I like to do one at a time because I have very hooded eyes, especially like on the creasing part. So I found that like if I start to do the other one before I set this, it kind of ends up like being cracking and creasing, and that kind of like does it with any single product I use. See, it's already starting to like transfer a little bit. So if in case it does, use like a Q-tip to kind of like remove it very softly. So yeah, so what I'll do, I'm gonna keep looking down. Now, there are a lot of shades that I actually would like to play with. However, what I wanna do first is to kind of like set the edges. So I'm gonna take this small brush over here. Now this one is the E42. Again, the first shade that we use. And what I'll do is I'm gonna start to press this one just on the end of it to kind of like mix and just like soften it up. We're getting like a very cute little gradient up in here, so just like take your time to like press the shadow and then like blend it. So now that we have this one done, what I want to do, I want to go in with more of a kind of like traditional eyeshadow brush, like a flat one. And there are a lot of colors that I would love to play with. However, I feel like there is kind of like a connection between me and the shade over here that is called Supernatural. So I'm going to take a little bit on my brush and then just like press it on. And wow, this is very pigmented. Okay, so this one is what it looks like. Let's see. Ooh, that's very cute. I'm gonna go back in one more time with the previous brush and kind of like just soften it up the edges, maybe with a little bit more of this color up in here. But this one looks very cute, very different from my usual thing, you know, very different tones, but I think that's very pretty. So what I'm gonna do very quickly, I'm gonna do off camera the other eyes, so I'm pretty much gonna follow exactly the same step, and then we're gonna do the lower lash line, inner corner highlighter, waterline, lashes, the shebangs. Let's have a sip. Trust the process that they say, and you know, sometimes they were right. Maybe we just got a little bit lucky as well, because I feel like I'm starting to warming up to this look. So let's just carry on. Let's just hope we are not gonna regret any next moves. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna use an Illustrator. Now you guys have seen me using this one in 2 colors on my YouTube channel. There was the black one, there was the nude one. Today I got this one over here. There is called Epiphany. That was it. Like, very simple. It's kind of like an aubergine purple that I do think is really gonna go well. So what I'm gonna do, I am just gonna add this one in my waterline, and let's see how is it gonna look. Okay, it's slightly lighter than expected and kind of like flashes a little bit red. That I don't know if it is again what I really want to go for today. I think that's, you know what, that sometimes is like the things with videos like this, like first impression or testing like a lot of new products, is a learning process. It's a curve that sometimes you gotta take, but it's working nice and showing beautiful. I feel like what I'm experiencing today is a setup like the product is not working, because clearly it's working and it's beautiful. It's more me that I'm really not know what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do now, I want to try another color, and I feel like I'm gonna try this one over here. There is called Apocalyptic. So it's pretty similar to Dark Matter. It's just baked, so it's gonna be a little bit shimmery. Normally I will not tend to do shimmer on my lower lash. However, who said that we can? I feel like today is all about getting a little bit out of the box and see what we can play with. This is a nighttime look. Let me tell you guys, this is smoky. One thing I will say, this look is really becoming something. The more I put on, the more I enjoying it. And by the way, I think I did not mention it. The brush is the E08. is a very small and dense brush that kind of like packs on a lot of product, but also like kind of blend it at the same time. So this is what we have. I'm gonna go back in with this brush. There is the E20 and the shade Constellation. There is this one over here, so the one that we have at the top, the slightly warmer one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up and just blend ever so slightly, because I do want to add a little bit of warmth to it. Since I'm using a purple underneath your eyes, yes, it does disguise your under eye bag, because it just feels like you put it on top on purpose. So that is a little trick, but also it can be a little bit like heavy and everything. So I do like to kind of like blend it with a warmer tone, or even with like a very soft brown, because yeah, I don't really like very sharp edges on my lower lash line. So this one is what it looks like. Taking a little bit my finger and kind of like press it into the concealer, and this one is what we have so far. I think it looks pretty. And of course, you guys know I do like my little bit in a corner highlighter, and I'm gonna take my small E23 brush. There is this very cute pencil brush. Very, very good, again, to do it on the lower lash line, or as well like very smoky the outer edge. But I personally prefer it just to like add the kind of like inner corner dots. Ooh, so many shades. I have to say, I'm really loving this pinks and this gold, but I really don't think they're gonna go with this look in particular. So I'm drawn between this shade over here. There is called Mystical. I like Intention. I love Light. I think I'm gonna go with this one over here. I think I'm gonna go with Intention. That is a little bit more like pink, and I think it's gonna look quite nice. And just like add it a little bit. Yes, it's actually very, very pretty. So I'm gonna like press it on. Ooh, very, very cute. Because white could have definitely like do something. However, I feel like I didn't want it to go too strong, because we have other product to try out. I have a blush, and you guys know how I feel about blushes, but I feel like this one of the other I'm trying might be very good because it's peach. So I have blushes to try out, I have highlighter, I have lip product, I have the full shebang, so I don't want to go too crazy before I know what's gonna happen with the rest of my face. And as I'm saying this, I'm literally piling on so much inner corner highlighter that everybody can probably see it even with their eyes closed. So yes, what I'm gonna do very quickly, I promise I'll put this one down. I'm gonna do my lashes and mascara very quickly off camera, and then we're gonna start with the face. And for lashes, I'm gonna do this Eyelure Intensify in number 100. Now, I'm very curious about those because it's actually blue and black. It's very hard to actually see on camera. You can only see some reflection on your naked eye. However, my camera is never gonna pick up that really, really fine blue accent lashes there inside. So it's kind of like every like 10, 15 kind of hairs, there is like a couple of their blues. So I've seen this one on somebody, and they look quite banging, so I want to try them out myself and see how it's gonna look, if it's gonna give me something, especially because I guess this is a nighttime look, so nighttime lash it is. Makes sense in my little head. I am of the opinion that a good pair of lashes and a lot of mascara can really transform a look. I feel like a specific amount, like today, this really kind of help a lot, because looks way better than what we begin with, because that was a boo-boo mess. So what I'm gonna do right now is start with our skin. We might go back with the eyes later, but so far I'm kind of pleased. So we're gonna do this palette over here. It's in peachy. It's from the Obsession line. You guys have probably seen me using a lot of Obsession product. I just recently done a video of a full face with Obsession, and if you have missed it out, I will leave it down in the description, the direct link. But this palette over here, it was made for me, because you guys know I'm a little bit scared to blush. Like, I don't really go into blush as much. I personally don't wear blush. But this is the only colors that you guys always see me wear. There is a good peach, golden blush. This is what I go for. I tend to stay away from pinks, from reds, from browns. Peach is my gem. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with this Revolution Pro 250 brush. There is a very small kind of little majingi over here, and the shade called Hint. I think Hint is actually gonna be quite pretty, and I'm gonna like bounce her a little bit on because I know it's gonna be pigmented. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just like ding, 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 ding. I love to make weird noises when I do my blush. Ooh, okay, so first I stamp it in and then I blend it. I have this thing with pretty much overall all my makeup. There is always like stamping the product into my skin and then blending it. I know some people like to just like blending it straight away. However, I find that I really like to like see where I place the product and kind of like decide, and then of course blending it. Now there is a thing with blush, there is not right or not wrong, but a lot of people, they put blushes when they smile and they just pull up their cheeks and they just like blend and everything. That is great. However, in my mind is we don't smile all the time. Like we don't walk around like this. Some of us do, and I appreciate if I see you on the street. I feel like you make me happy. However, I find that like my blush needs to look good when my face is very relaxed. Like I need to decide the position, and it's gonna be around this area, and I just like do it so that when I smile, it's still gonna look nice and it's still gonna come on my apple on my cheeks, but when my face is relaxed, it's not gonna end up to be in a weird place. Because I personally found that, at least when I used to do makeup on people, if I made them smile and put a blush on, once they relax their muscle, like when to relax their face, the blush was never in the place I wanted to be to begin with. So I don't know, maybe try, if you are a smiley person, to apply your blush before. I don't know why I'm going to this huge tangent about blushes, so I'm gonna stop, and with this, we got blush, and this does make me happy. It kind of just warm up a little bit my contouring, so yes. I don't know if I will always go and pick up this blush palette because I don't do blushes, but if I need one, this might be the one. So what I'm gonna do right now is using this Revolution Pro Skin Finish in Radiance. Now, Revolution Pro came with 4 different shades. I don't actually have them in front of me to swatch them and everything. I think this is gonna be like my best color. The reason why I don't tend to swatch a lot of products is because I wanna keep them for an upcoming giveaway. When we're gonna eat 25,000 Bibies, I wanna do a huge giveaway, and it's gonna be international, and it's gonna be sickening, and it's gonna be amazing. So I want you guys to have as many products I can possibly find and buy for you, instead of just like swatch things that I know they're not gonna work for me and then put them on a side and just look at them getting inspired. So I'm sorry if I'm not always like swatch every single thing, but the reason is because I just wanted to give it to you. So I'm gonna go in with this one over here. Kind of reminds me of my favorite MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I do actually have Soft and Gentle somewhere in my stash. So if you guys want a comparison, I will bring it up one day. So just let me know down in the comments. And I'm gonna go in with Revolution Pro 320 fan brush. This is truly my favorite fan brush out of all of them. As I guys told you, this one does have a little bit more of a dense bristle. However, it does blend very beautiful. Ooh, that is very bright. Okay, that is something. I guess with this highlighter over here, a little bit does go a long way, because on this side, I actually use whatever I have left, and I do like it more because it's a little bit more softer. This side over here is extremely blinding. There, I think it's beautiful, but it is texturizing my skin, when on this side is not. Like if you see, it kind of looks very smooth. Here, there is a little bit of texture. And what I'll do, I'm gonna add just maybe a little bit on my nose and my cupid's bow over here. And if you guys have not been following me for twice in time. If you're new to the family, hi. But my trick is going back with my foundation brush, and I use the F21 on blank canvas and kind of like just stamp it in. And that is my favorite way to make my highlighter or any face product come from within the skin. I don't actually add any foundation to it. I just use whatever I have left. And as you can see, it's a lot more softer, a lot more natural. I always say to you guys, I like my highlighter to look nice. I don't like my highlighter to take away like, I don't want the highlighter to steal the show pretty much. I like my eyes to be the main focus on my like makeup looks. The highlighter for me is just like that tad of beauty that yeah, it's just there to just show a little bit, especially because I have dry skin. If I do too much highlighter, it's just gonna look like texture seating. This is it. So what I'm gonna do, I have the last few products. I have this Obsession Lip Kit Trio that I wanna try out. Also, I have this very new fixing spray. I think I'm gonna leave it for last. So this one over here is Be Obsessed with our 3 lip glosses. And these glosses over here are literally liquid lipstick that they never dry because they are so freaking pigmented. If you're looking for a very natural kind of like silky gloss that is going to give you like a little bit of color, these are not the one. These are the one that just going to give you full-on pigmentation, looking stunning as ever, but they are very intense. Also, they're not gloopy, so that is one thing I wanted to point her out. I think Revolution knows how to do a good gloss. You guys know my favorite is the nude gloss in Barrel that is sadly finished, and I need to go and get one. But this might be a trick one because they kind of all look thick and go. So I'm gonna go with the nude one. Let me just keep a nude because I feel like I've risked a lot today with this eyes, and the nude one is called Hooked. I absolutely love the name. So this one is the brush, and I do like their brushes. Okay. Maybe this is a little bit too nude for me then. Let me see. Let me apply very quickly, and then we check how do we feel. We might have to change color. Alright, babes, so this is the lipstick on, and I will say it kind of started to look a bit pale, but then as I put on my second coat, it actually looks pretty good, and it does go with the look beautifully, so I will keep it. I think it looks pretty. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna set everything with this iArt Revolution fixing spray in cookies and cream. Let's give it a try. Okay, the mist is a very traditional, like onto the Revolution one. So it's a very kind of like even mist that spread quite nicely. The smell is beautiful. Oh my God, my skin smells like cookie now. I'm hungry. Okay. I like it, but I wish it wasn't smell like cookie because now I feel like I want cookies all day. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this one kind of like a good 30 centimeter away from my face, and I'm gonna spray up and then let it just drill on me. Drill on me is not what I wanted to say. Droop on me. It's gonna gum on me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna like do this and just get it all down. Oh my goodness me, this really smells like cookies. Oh, I'm hungry. I actually did for the last couple of minutes just smelled this bottle because it's delicious, and I will probably go and put on some pants. Yes, because YouTubers don't really wear bottom half because you can't see it and it's a little bit more comfortable. But yes, I will go to put it on, go downstairs, go to my supermarket, buy a box of chocolate, cookies, and my mouth's already water and I haven't even finished my sentence, and probably be watching Netflix and chill, real chill, like I'm by myself today. So yeah, so this is it. This is me looking all pretty for myself because to be honest with you, that's the only reason why I do makeup. I do makeup for me. Remember that you should always make yourself the priority and do things for you, because that is the best policy in life. Just be happy, my babes. You really deserve it, and there is no one can tell you otherwise. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this look. Yes, it was a bumpy start. We were a little bit scared at the beginning. What we did put through a very pretty supermarket look. So thank you again for sticking in and watch. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below if you did enjoy it. As well, if there are any other products you want me to test out, they could still be from Revolution or could be any other drugstore. As well, maybe the weird and kind of cool splurge onto the luxury one. I will definitely try to maybe like get a little bit into luxury makeup if you guys want. So please let me know and I will just roll with it. So again, thank you so much, my babes. If you want, there's still some left of the BB pin, the yellow heart, the honesty pin, and there is a link down in the description if you want to check it out. Be a BB 24/7 is a thing right now. So if you want, you can be too. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and always remember, like if you like, hate if you hate, and until next time, you're welcome.